Hi Pisces, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on another video. So you guys know that each month I come out and I do your general readings, but I also like to do the readings whereby you guys can actually see the cards. So I also like to do a spread with me on it, but also a reading showing the spread. We're doing another Gypsy Tarot spread, but this time it's just a general reading. I think we might have done one last year. And I wanted to do, I've just finished Scorpio, it turned out really well. So I wanted to do one with Pisces and, you know, obviously consequently the other signs. This is just a general reading. It's not particularly focusing on love or, you know, work. I don't do health in readings because I don't believe as a tarot reader I should be reading on people's health. It's not something I'm particularly comfortable with. In, you know, just a general overview, I don't mind, but health isn't something I usually do. But things just in general, just how your life should be going over the next 6 months. And you can throw up all sorts of things. The difference with this reading is that we are also using for clarity. I'll tell you the tarot cards we're using for this reading. We're using the Anna K Tarot. It's an exceptional deck of cards. The you know, the clarity of the cards, the vibrancy, the colours, the illustrations, they really sort of jump off the cards, really speak to each other. It's amazing. So we're using that for the 21 card Gypsy Tarot. But we're also doing something a little bit different, which is adding clarifiers with the Lenormand cards. And I love the Lenormand. I've actually got these cards up as a general reading on my, channel, on my website, sorry. But yeah, we're using this for clarification in certain areas where we might need some clarification. So we're just going to see generally, and it's not from March, it's from April through to September 2017, what could be coming in for some of you guys, just as a general overview for those 6 months. And I've done it between April and September because April is sort of, you know, we're coming into the spring, we're going all the way through summer, and then we're sort of ending up in September where it's still summer, I guess. But, you know, when you get to September, you're really looking forward to those cold winter nights, the autumn time. So everybody's kind of readiness for, you know, Halloween and bonfire nights and all of that loveliness coming in around the autumn time. So it's really kind of wrapping up the summer when we come into September. So I thought it'd be good to sort of just channel the reading between, you know, 6 months, April through to September 2017. Let's have a look then. I'm going to shuffle the cards. Universe Spirit, show me what's coming in for Pisces over the next 6 months between April and September 2017. Just show me in a 21 card Gypsy Tarot spread, Pisces. Between April and September 2017. I just want to see Pisces. Show me Pisces between April and September 2017. I need to see what their mental and emotional status is. Show me what their present situation should be for some of these Pisces, some and rising signs over the next 6 months between April and September 2017. Show me their hopes and desires over this period. Show me what their expectations will be concerning their lives over the April through to September 2017 period. Show me also for Pisces any hidden factors. What is it that you need them to know during this period that they may not be able to see so clearly in these 6 months? Show me the immediate future, so what should be coming in during these 6 months for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, and where everything is heading for Pisces overall between April 2017 and September 2017. Show me. Okay, so we're going to split the deck into 3, as I normally would. We're going to collect this back up, and what we're going to do, we're going to start just laying the cards. Got a monitor to my right where I can see how the cards are. You want to see my place, my flat. It started off as a homely flat, now it looks like a bloody space machine with all this technology. I'm actually getting a ring light coming in tomorrow. It's what beauty vloggers usually use, but I thought it would be good for the general readings because I really am into, you know, presentation of the videos. I think I'm going to design a new opening credits on the videos as well, which would be good. I think presentation is really everything in a way. Let's try and move this a little bit down like this here. Just really getting the positioning on the cards, to be honest. So, okay. There we go. Okay, I thought I could hear some echo feedback. Where is that coming from? Let's just shut down a particular thing here. Save that, close. Okay. Oh, it must be coming from my earphones anyway. I was thinking it was coming from another. Let me have a look here. Oh no, I just started that up again by accident. Never mind. Anyway, let's carry on laying the cards for the reading. I'm not doing it at my table now because it's getting warmer and the sunlight coming in. I'm moving house actually, funny enough, in the next few months. To a 2-bedroom apartment this time, God willing, where I can have one room specifically because I've got this ring light coming, and so I want to set it up as a studio really to do the readings and such. Oh, I'm coming out with some more makeup videos. I haven't done these in ages, but it's based on the tarot. So I'm doing how to look like the Queen of Wands, how to look like the Queen of Cups, how to look like the Queen of Swords, and how to look like Queen of Pentacles makeup tutorials. I thought it would be interesting to have those. Anyway, enough of my banter. Let's have a look at what's coming in for you guys. Let's look at what your mental and emotional status is saying to us over the next 6 months between April and September. What is this is usually, the top cards represent the focus of the situation. So what the situation is, what you're focused on. These middle cards show where what situation manifests as a result of that focus. And this is the reason for this here. All right, you'll see what I mean once I get into the reading. Right, so we've got the Ten of Swords reversed. Ten of Swords showing reversed. This is definitely for me putting the past to the past. The energies, the focus is around not dwelling on things that haven't worked out, not dwelling on what you consider a failure to be, not dwelling on disappointment, not dwelling on hurt, that type of thing. And I feel mentally, your focus is about, it's the springtime, it's coming into summertime, and I feel that the energy is about sort of cleansing. There's a lot of cleansing going on, I feel, with this Ten of Swords in the reverse for Pisces, just as a general focus around the mental and emotional. And what is it that your actual mental situation is? Wow, you've got some reversals here, and is the next one a reversal? No, it's not. So you've got 2 reversals here, and I really, really, really didn't expect those reversals because I always make sure that the cards are upright. I never really leave reversals in my cards. I mean, let's be honest about it. Reversals can flavour a reading, but they add a bit more texture. But for me, it's interesting though with this Two of Swords, okay? When you get the Two of Swords in the reverse, it's often about a lack of trust, or it represents the inability to move on or to move out of a situation, and yet we see this card here being the focus. So we're going to try and have a look at this together and think about how this works, because it's quite exciting, I feel, to see in the mental and emotional, mentally and emotionally, you're the Two of Swords in the reverse. And that for me represents, I feel that you've got your wits about you over the next 6 months. That's what I feel is going on here. Because it's funny, this card showed up in the Scorpio reading, this Two of Swords, but it was in the upright. And it's a very different card to how it appears on the Rider-Waite. Because on the Rider-Waite deck Pisces, the Two of Swords is about a woman who suppresses her feelings more than anything else. She often is in 2 minds, which the Two of Swords can mean. It can mean you've got a decision to make, but it can also mean certainty. I'm certain that I want this thing and I'm blocking out everything out to the detriment of whatever this is. Or it can mean, I'm suppressing things, there's no contact, I'm not going to contact this person, I'm not speaking to this person, I've forgotten about this person. It represents all those things. But this card here, in the upright, this person had already, they'd found their balance. They were no longer kind of these limiting beliefs. But I feel in the reverse, there are still limiting beliefs, maybe mentally, with some of you guys. I feel that there is the inability to truly release something here with this Two of Swords reverse, which is why mentally the energies are around. It's a kind of a contradiction, but the focus is on letting something go with the Ten of Swords. The focus is on kind of the release of a situation with the Ten of Swords, releasing people, releasing thoughts, just removing oneself from that. But I feel as a result of that, this has almost, within doing that for some of you Pisces, it might have also heightened something. So it's almost made you, I feel more than anything with this in the reverse, made you kind of put your barriers up a little bit more, if that makes sense to you. Because I feel that, you know, with the Ten of Swords being the general focus around your mental and emotional, this is a situation that says, you know, whoever it is that's hurt me, whatever group or people or whoever it is, the focus is on kind of letting this go and letting bygones be bygones. There's nothing that I can do about the situation, so I'm just going to kind of release it with this Ten of Swords in the reverse. But I feel that because you have this situation here, and what you need when you get the focus situation within the way that I do the 21 card Gypsy spread, you need this to be the manifestation card as a result of what the focus is. So if the focus is letting bygones be bygones, releasing groups or people or ideas that might have been holding you back, then it must be as a manifestation mentally that it tells you that you need to in future be on your guard. So I feel that in the future, I feel that future-wise, you're thinking future forward with, I feel, with this Two of Swords in the reverse, in that, yes, you have looked to let things go. For you, there is an ending of a phase, there is cleansing that's coming in, but I feel that it's manifesting in the mental between these 6 months that you're going to be on your guard from now on, because this is a card that says about distrustful partnerships, or partnerships that really aren't working, or people that have betrayed you, or people who have not been completely honest with you. Now, your focus is to let this go with this Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's the end of a phase for you, you're moving on from it. But it's manifested in that I don't feel that you've truly moved on, because I feel it's a case of, you know what, I'll forgive, but I'll never forget with this energy. And why is that? Because of the Nine of Rods. And I feel the Nine of Rods that says that you've still got to protect your boundaries. All right, so this card here is always the reason for this card here. This is the reason, this is the root cause. I feel that you've been through something here with the Nine of Rods. I feel for some of you guys, Pisces, and it's been going on for however long, because the Nine of Rods can also mean as a timing card, something has been going on for an awful, awful long time. You've been waiting, or, you know, you've been holding on, you've been persevering, you've been determined for a very long time on something. But I feel that because this is the root issue of why there seems to be still some form of a lack of trust, and still some form of kind of, you know, keep your enemies, your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer type of ideology going on here with the Two of Swords in the reverse. I feel that it's because you guys have really been through something. The Nine of Rods also suggests it's not just a card about perseverance, but it's a card about somebody who's still standing after a very, very hard fight. I hope you guys can actually see that card. Maybe I ought to try and shift this camera just over a little bit, because it's cutting it off on the video. Let me just see if I can, yeah, there we go. Let me just, there we go. Yeah, I feel that you guys have, you've been through something with the Nine of Rods. The Nine of Rods is somebody who can be suspicious, they can be paranoid, they can be, you know, agitated. These cards are multifaceted. So whenever, you know, and also it's important to look at the cards. Look at the way that the person is. I'm just going to pick this up and look at this man's face. And look, he's on his guard. But this guy means business. He's like, I'm not letting you bitch in. I'm not letting none of you guys in. You know what I mean? What you got? You got a pass. You got a passport. You got a driving license. Okay, what else you got? Birth certificate. You know? This is the type of man that'll ask you for every damn thing in your purse. Okay? Everything. Right down to your knickers. You know, he'll just ask for everything as proof. Because this is the type of person, you know, this is like a security guard. He secures the kingdom. He secures his domain. So you guys, mentally, I feel that there is a lack of trust here with this Two of Swords in the reverse. All right? There is the inability to, you know, see things possibly from two sides as well, mentally. Because the energies are, you know, the focus is, well, I let go of this situation here. all right? Usually this is a group, though. So the focus might be on a group of people that you guys are letting go. It might signal the end of a phase work-wise, signal the end of a phase, maybe, I don't know, love triangle, that type of thing. Maybe something that was involving many people, that type of thing. But as a result of this mentally, there are, with the Two of Swords, I feel still some mental scars that are going on here. And that's because I feel that you guys have really had to defend your territory. And it could have been in anything. It could have been in a job that you were in, that you really had to kind of fight against people, especially if you were being bullied here by a group of people with the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords also means many assailants have got knives in your back. So when you get the Ten of Swords, it's not just one person that's stabbing you in the back a lot of the time. It's many people that are stabbing you in the back. And it might have manifested as the lack of trust here with the Two of Swords reversed because you've been through the wars with the Nine of Rods. Over the next 6 months, what's going on in your present situation, Pisces? Wow, you've got a lot of reversals going on here, shit, man. What's going on? Right, the energies around the next 6 months. Sorry, guys, but it's the way it is, really. Two of Cups reverse means falling out of a relationship. It means, you know, when you get the Two of Cups in the reverse, it means a relationship has failed. People don't see eye to eye. There is a lack of synergy within a relationship when you get this Two of Cups in the reverse. It's not a very nice card, really. Sometimes this can be somebody is unwilling to commit to a partnership. Sometimes this can mean that communication has failed. So the focus around your relationships, maybe, whether it be love or whether it be work or whatever it is saying that there is maybe the focus is on a lack of communication that you guys have got with somebody else. It could be with people that you work with within a relationship with this card. Really, this card is about, you know, lack of communication. It's about a failure to stick together through thick and thin. It's about a breakup when you get this card in the reversed, okay? It's about that there's a lack of trust within this card here when this card shows up reversed. So the focus is on kind of a little bit of the negative aspect of a relationship here. And that's possibly why mentally the focus is on, you know, letting a phase go or moving on from a phase, because you mentally, you no longer trust it. And it might be that it's something that you've been working towards or hanging on for such a long time with that Nine of Rods. But what is the actual present situation telling us? Well, we have the Page of Cups in the present situation as a result of this. So the Page of Cups can be about new adventures that one takes. So when you get the Page of Cups, this is about the ability to dream. It's about the ability to follow a new journey, a new path. Because what we're seeing here is the focus card. And after that focus card, you need to show what, the way that as I've said, I do the readings. This is the focus, but what comes in, what has manifested, what has, really in a way, what has the person learned as a result of this? So as a result of this, what is manifesting? We're getting a Page of Cups. For some of you guys, it might be a child's involved, for example. So there might be a breakup of a relationship, partnership here, in which the focus in the present is on a child, a Page of Cups. For some of you guys, it might be, yes, there has been failure in some form of relationship, whatever that capacity that takes, as I've said, platonic, love, friendship, family, work, whatever it is. And there is a need with the Page of Cups. For some of you guys, it can be to develop maturity around the situation, because this is what the Page of Cups does. It can also be to communicate one's deepest feelings, because again, the Page of Cups is about communication. It's also a card that says that we're waiting for communication. There are 4 cards that represent messengers. Knights represent messages, but they represent also the adventures of life. So the comings and goings, how fast the situation is going to move, how slow. When you get the pages, they're often to do with the messages that people receive. So you get Page of Wands and Page of Swords. They should really, because they're active energies, swords and wands are things that move really fast. I don't really agree with Page of Swords being a really fast energy. I think it's more an energy that says that people are going to be speaking their truth straight from the hip. But it's a very direct communication card, is the Page of Swords. Page of Wands often comes in when you're going to be getting a really nice message coming through. It can either be to do with creative things, or it can be to do with maybe love. Page of Cups will show up when it's to do with messages from the heart. It can be to do with a nice message, a surprising message comes in with the Page of Cups energy. But because it's a passive energy, it represents sometimes that you're waiting, or you're going to have to wait for this message. And that's the same as the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is about communication, about practical matters, but also because the Pentacles and Cups represent passive, so things that are really kind of not that quick, it means that you're waiting a little bit for an outcome. So it could be, for some of you guys, the focus is on a relationship that has not worked here over the last 6 months, over the 6 months between April and September. And it might be in the present, some of you guys are waiting for communication around this, okay? It might be for some of you guys that if you're with someone, whoever this person is, and there is a fault going on within the relationship, the focus is on the fault with the Two of Cups in the reverse. Could be for some of you guys that you're actually, you know, trying to develop maybe a thicker skin around it. Maybe you're trying to grow up. Maybe it's teaching you to grow up. Maybe you're learning something. Remember, pages are also students. But the Page of Cups has to learn. What the Page of Cups learns is not about, if we were to look at the Page of Cups in a work-based scenario, this would be a fashion designer or a writer or a poet or a painter. He'd be going to university to learn his skills and his trade in those ways. But the Page of Cups, in terms of the emotional aspect of the human being, is all about learning how to grow up and learning how to be more, you know, mature. But it's also about tapping into your psychic awareness as well. So this page has a lot that it needs to learn. For some of you guys, it might be that you're learning to stand on your own 2 feet, or you're learning to be more grown up about the situation. For some of you guys, it might be that you're going to be waiting for a message because maybe there has been a breakup in a relationship of sorts. It could be love, work, whatever it is, friendship. But there's something that's gone wrong here. The focus is on something that's been quite negative within a relationship, and as a result of that, in the present, this can either be that you're waiting for the person to come back and say sorry, because Page of Cups also means when somebody's offering an apology. So for some of you guys, it might be that you're waiting for this person to offer an apology, whoever this is that you've had the falling out with. And what's the reason for that? Because of Judgment. And the Judgment card can mean, well, I want a second chance, because that's what Judgment is. When you get the Judgment card, it's often a card that represents, well, let's make a fresh start on this, all right? The Judgment card means to make a decision on something as well. So when you get this, it could be, for some of you guys, could be potentially that you're growing up around a situation that hasn't worked out here. And why are you growing up? Why are you becoming more mature? Because you're looking at the situation through rational eyes. You're judging the situation with the Judgment card. You're laying down a judgment on what's gone wrong, okay? So this is the root of the issue, Judgment. It's feeding through to the focus being on a relationship that's not working out, one in which in the present, it's either that some of you guys are waiting for some form of communication, or there is the need to communicate in a more loving and emotional and open way, potentially. Let's have a look at what your hopes and desires will be. Well, the focus is on the Five of Cups around your hopes and desires. So the focus here, the situation is around loss. The Five of Cups shows up when there is the desire to have something back which you have lost. This card represents despair, and also always being focused on what is no longer there rather than what is behind you and the potential of something that could be coming in. So it might be that your focus around your hopes is on what is being lost. And we can see something potentially has been lost here because the focus around your present, the situation is showing a broken relationship. And what is it that you're hoping for as a result of this? The Lovers. I feel that you're hoping for a reconciliation with the Lovers card, because the Lovers card shows up here. I feel that there's been a broken over the next 6 months. I do feel that there's going to be, for some of you guys, it's showing as a relationship that has failed, whatever that relationship is. As a result of that, the Page of Cups, I feel now that this is communication, potentially, that some of you guys are waiting for. And the reason for that is because of Judgment. And Judgment is, I want a second chance, or I've had a massive awakening, because the Judgment card also represents the word awakening. So some of you guys might have had a massive awakening. Yes, we've had a bad time here, but you know what? I want to explore this. I want to talk about it. I want to communicate it. I want to communicate it in a mature and grown-up way. And that's because, you know, around my hopes, the focus is on not being with that person, Five of Cups, missing that person. you know, the loss of that person, and therefore, you know, I want this person back. I'm hoping that we can come back together and rekindle what has been lost here. And why is that? Should be a nice card that shows up for this. Because of the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles represents stability, and it represents somebody who feels happy and somebody who feels comfortable and secure. So I feel that this is based on your own security. My only problem is that it is based on the Nine of Pentacles, and I don't like the fact that there's an air of selfishness, I feel, because you're really looking at your own needs here, Pisces. You know, if we had a Ten of Cups or a Ten of Pentacles, for me that would have been better. It would have said, well, I want this lover back. I want to rekindle this relationship because we're so good together, and this person is the other part of me. And, you know, they make me feel, you know, it just feels right and it feels aligned, and this is my soulmate. But the problem with the Nine of Pentacles when this shows up is sometimes this is about self-interest. Yes, we can look at the words, the words that coat this card and say, you know, it's attainment, it's, you know, it's goal setting, it's goal attaining, it's abundance, it's accumulation of wealth and prosperity and, you know, security and all of those lovely words. But we can't get away from the fact that there's still one person sat on that card. It's not two. It's not two people with two children. It's not the Ten of Pentacles, a solid, resourceful family. This is one person who only has their own means and their own interest. It's like a Five of Swords, self-interest. So maybe you guys just don't, some of you it might be that there's issues with the relationship here, but you don't want to be on your own. Because the Nine of Pentacles is the reason that you want to rekindle this. Maybe for some of you guys it was somebody that could provide you with security. Nine of Pentacles can also be a person who has all the trappings of wealth around them, but how did they get them? Usually the Nine of Pentacles means, well, I got what I got because I worked hard. So for some of you guys, if it's a work situation and there's been some form of a falling out here with the Two of Cups in the reverse, maybe there's been some broken agreement or broken contract, then the need will be with the Page of Cups for communication on that. Okay? Because of the Judgment card. And the Judgment card could be, well, here it might be, especially if you've broken a contract, especially if it's work. So let's go back to the beginning. If this was a work situation, which it could very well be for some of you guys over the next 6 months, April through to September, it might be that the focus mentally is of ending a phase. It could be with difficult people, okay, that you've been dealing with, because mentally and emotionally you don't trust. There is a lack of a trust here, and you're putting up your guard because you've been through a lot with the Nine of Swords. So in the present, the focus might be around breaking an agreement, breaking a contract that you're in financially within the work environment, and therefore in the present you might be. Page of Cups can be that you're looking at new paths for work, so new creative ventures, a new career path, okay? Possibly something creative though, because it's a Page of Cups. And that's because of judgment, rebirth, maybe from what you've been through here. But what your hopes are, because the energy is the Five of Cups. So you don't really want to leave this thing. Not really, because it's not a money matter, it's about people. So to me this says, because there's not a money aspect that's leading up to you guys, this broken contract, it's people, it's somebody's done something to you here. Which is why, if it's a work situation, some of you guys might say, fuck you, I'm walking out. Two of Cups in the reverse. I'm not, you know, there is no more loyalty from me in this job. I'm breaking the agreement, I'm breaking the contract, and with the Page of Cups in the present, I'm going to be investigating and looking at some other paths or other routes for employment here. Because of judgment, I've had enough, I deserve better, and I need my freedom. However, the problem is with the hope situation is the energies are around the Five of Cups. Shit. Focus might be, oh man, I really like that job, but then people were bastards. And therefore it might be the hope is, well, maybe I could go back, make up. You know, maybe we could rekindle our relationship within the workplace, because you know what, I earned quite well from that. Nine of Pentacles. I was comfortable financially. There's the financial card. So for some of you guys, it might be a work-based situation or something that you've left because you didn't like the people, but the money was great. If it's a relationship though, well, I'm leaving this phase behind. Focus around the relationship. Two of Swords, because I don't trust this bastard anymore. Put me through too much with the Nine of Rods. Present situation focuses on breaking up. But in the present, Page of Cups, let's communicate this thing, man. You know, I don't really want to do this because I've had an awakening and you're the one. Because around the hopes section focuses on loss. I don't know how I'm going to live without this person. So therefore your hope is let's get back together and rekindle what we had. Because you made me feel so good. It's about me, you know. You made me feel so good with the Nine of Pentacles. You're my sugar daddy, or I'm only joking. Or, you know, you gave me lots of things, blah, blah, blah. Could be that type of thing. But you made me feel so, so good, yeah. Let's have a look at what the expectations are. Well, Knight of Pentacles. So the focus is to take things slowly. Knight of Pentacles is about goals. Okay, so when you've got a Knight of Pentacles showing here, it really is showing somebody who's trying to attain something. Okay, it shows somebody who's trying to move forward, but they're being very, very cautious. All right, and this is also somebody who is, when you get Knights, they're about how quickly something moves. So this is, the focus is on something that is very slow and steady. So for some of you guys, if it is a work thing, your focus in terms of the expectations are based around slow and steady movement financially. A steady stream of finance coming through, perhaps. You know, or a reliable job, as the Knight of Pentacles can show. If it's love, it might be something like the energies are around kind of just taking one step at a time with this Knight of Pentacles energy. But the focus as well could be around a Virgo individual, because the Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo. But for the purposes of the reading, it could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And what is the actual expectation? The Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles represents the outcomes of a situation, but not just the outcomes. It can be when you get an Ace of Pentacles that you are beginning to gain something within a situation. So the Ace of Pentacles can be a card that shows, especially when you get, for example, work or creative endeavours, you're expecting to get paid from something here. All right, because your hopes are, especially if it's work, your hopes are the lovers rekindling, maybe, because, you know, it looks like some of you guys might be walking out on something. You had enough of the people, but, you know, you go back and you have a think about it. You might kind of mature around the situation a bit. And you might say, you know, well, I want to rekindle this, you know, go back to work at this place with the lovers card because I earned very, very well. So therefore you're expecting, okay, let's just take things slowly here with the Knight of Pentacles, because I'm expecting to get paid from this, the Ace of Pentacles. This is my bread and butter here. All right, so, you know, let me just take things slowly now. Let me just be very, very responsible as well, because the Knight of Pentacles is about being responsible. So some of you guys, the expectations, the focus is around being responsible here. It might be, if people are getting on your nerves here in the mental and emotional, that you know, there's a breakup here, you walk away, you had enough. Ah, fuck you, I'm going. Because people have been getting on your nerves here. There's a group of people maybe been doing your head in. So you just want out of the job. So you decide, la la la, venture onto something else. Because of judgment. Rebirth. However, oh man, I miss that job. Please give me back my job. Because it paid me so well. You know? And therefore what I'm expecting is, this time, focus. Folks, I'm going to be a lot more responsible now because I want to get paid with that Ace of Pentacles. If it's love, well, we can see here wanting the rekindling, I believe, of a relationship. But I feel that it is for, a lot of it is, you know, somebody made you feel so good. But the Nine of Pentacles is also a card where somebody is, you know, very much, they're in a gilded cage. It's for their own interest, for their own kind of satisfaction with that Nine of Pentacles. So therefore the expectations might be, with the Knight of Pentacles, that, you know, taking things slowly, but this can also be a faithful lover. So the focus might be on this person who is faithful to you, this Knight of Pentacles energy, in which what you're expecting might be the start of something long term. Ace of Pentacles pretty much shows up a lot of the time for romance, when you're starting to develop something stronger in a relationship. You can see marriage way ahead. You can see everything kind of coming together in a far more grounded way. It's the manifestation of a more grounded energy when you get the Ace of Pentacles. And why is that? We should really have a marriage card or a proposal card or something that suggests something of a secure nature. Wow, Nine of Cups. I feel that there is happiness here. You guys are expecting, perhaps, Ace of Pentacles also can be a proposal. And it could be because of the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is a celebration card, wishes coming true, being fulfilled. But also, it's just generally great happiness. Having what you want, real joy. Being back together with your partner. That's what the Nine of Cups is. It says with the Nine of Cups, anything that you wish for can be manifested. So this is a card of manifestation. I feel that because you guys, if it's a romance, you might break up with someone for a little bit, but you come back with this individual here. And this time you're saying to yourself, it's for keeps. It's for absolute keeps. Because the root issue for the expectations, the reason for this card here, in which some of you guys, especially if it's love, there is the expectation that it will be the start of something more long-term, more grounded, more real. It's because of the Nine of Cups. Back together, celebration, happy days, blah, blah, blah. Same as for your work situation, if it's a work situation. What are the hidden factors you're not seeing here? Well, the focus will be possibly around lots of messages, because you've got the Eight of Rods showing here. But what is it as a result of that card you're not seeing? Well, could be that there is some communication. The focus will be around communication. Could be with a King of Cups energy, and that King of Cups energy is usually a water sign, Pisces, Pisces, Scorpio or Cancerian. Usually some people read King of Cups as a Cancer. I usually read him as a Scorpio individual. Doesn't matter, but it can be that what you're not seeing is there's going to be communication that comes. You can see the letter is being handed to this individual. So it's showing that there is, the focus is going to be on communication that you'll be receiving. Seems that what you're not seeing is going to come from a King of Cups energy. And what's it about? What's the reason? Because of the Fool in the reverse. How interesting. When you get the Fool in the reverse, this means that an opportunity is not happening at this present time. This means a delay in something here. Because these are your expectations and these are your hopes. Sometimes I forget that. This is the hope and the expectation. But it's not actually saying it's going to happen. How interesting is that? That is really interesting, of course. How interesting. So, this is an error. This is a message that might come to some of you guys. So this is a message coming from a King of Cups. It's a nice person, but it's saying that this thing ain't going ahead. So it might be that this is the person here, Pisces. It might be a fellow water sign individual here that says to you, actually, we're not going to come back together here. You're probably going to kill me, you guys, after this reading, but it's just what it's saying. Because the hidden factors are showing something here. It might be that you know, there's a reconciliation with something that you guys kind of gave up, you know, or decided to give up on. But somewhere along the line, we've got this energy here, and it's not great because it's reverse. All right, this is bad advice. This is something that takes you in the wrong direction. He's delivering a message that was saying the overall energy, the focus for the hidden factors, so what the situation is about a message that you receive. And it's saying the hidden factor is showing that the messenger is a King of Cups. And why is this messenger sending you the message? Because there's been an error of judgment. Something that you thought was going to go ahead here is actually not going to go ahead, because you can see it in the hidden factors. Or somewhere along the line, something fucks up again, perhaps. But I don't like the Fool in the reverse, okay? Because this can also show deception, all right? This can also show deception. Also, this can show when somebody's trying to force a situation. All right, and what happens when you try and force the situation? Apparently it backfires with that Fool in the reverse. So it can be that the situation will be that there'll be a message in the hidden factors that comes to you. It's from a King of Cups, and what's the message about? Why is he contacting you? Because there's been an error of judgment. If it's love, it might be for some of you guys. You can see that you're expecting with the Ace of Pentacles something long term because of the Nine of Cups. Maybe you've met up, you've had a good chat, everything's fine. But the hidden factors are saying things are not so fine because you've got that Fool reverse there. What is the future of this situation? Well, the focus is around possibly fresh starts. It could be new love with the Ace of Cups as well. It can also be healing. But what's the actual... okay. So I feel the focus, the situation will be around a fresh start with the Ace of Cups. Because what's coming up is the Tower, and this means an ending, potentially. Sometimes it means chaos. Sometimes it means... Because you guys have banked on something here, Pisces. You've banked on something happening here. Can you see? You banked on it. You, in your expectations, you are certain that this is a surefire hit. But the hidden factors are saying, well, you receive a message. It's from a King of Cups. That whatever it is that you thought was going to go ahead here, whether love or any otherwise, it isn't going ahead here. Because the Fool is in the reverse. We have failure to launch with this card in the reverse. And why is there the Tower? Because of justice. A decision was made. When you get justice, it means a big decision has been made and it's final. So what's the overall outcome of this situation? There we go. Nine of Swords. Worry. So the focus will be on, I'm afraid, some of you guys are going to be really upset about a situation maybe here, Pisces. Don't shoot the messages. You saw me juggle the cards on screen, right? So don't come back and say, yo, bitch! Please don't do that because, you know, I'm just trying to help you guys out here. This is the next 6 months. It's only a part of your life in the next 6 months, okay? So don't stress it. And what's the reason for that? So we've got the Nine of Swords showing us the focus. This will be on worrying and upset. You can see the story is really flowing here. It's a crazy story, man, for you guys. Really crazy. But what's the overall outcome? Well, the King of Rods. You pick yourselves back up, I think, okay? We do see that the situation will be around worry, but whenever you get one of these cards like King of Rods, Queen of Rods, these are badass bitches, man. They will not allow themselves to be held back by no one. No one. This could be another employer. Usually, if it's a work thing that, you know, you walked out on, you come back, you say sorry, and then they say, no. This could be somebody else that takes an interest because the King of Rods is a visionary. He's also a creative person, but he'll often show up when this is an employment person or this is somebody who wants to offer you something. And what's the reason for this man showing up here? Because of the Devil. Tempting offer, I feel, here. This person will come in and they will tempt you, I feel. I don't feel that this is you, Pisces. All right? If it is you, then you're looking to take control with the Devil energy here. But I don't think so. I think this is somebody else that comes in and offers you something. If it's love, it might be that there is somebody else on the cards for you, Pisces, and they will be very, very attracted to you. Because they're coming in because of the Devil card. Very strong sexual attraction. Be careful of that, though, because it could be rebound. Because we are seeing the situation is you guys are upset here. Okay? And as a result of that upset, it might be that you're hooking up with this King of Rods. Could be with the Devil. Maybe you want to get back at someone. Devil can show spite, things like that. Or it could be on a rebound thing, especially if it's love. What an interesting reading. We're going to quickly go through this again and we're going to get some clarifiers out with this. So let's have a look at the situation all over again. The focus with the Ten of Swords is around your mental and emotional. So the situation is about the ending of a phase of a situation that caused much problems for you. But it's only manifested mentally as you guys not being able to trust with that Two of Swords. Possibly because the reason is that with the Nine of Wands, you know, it's been a long-term situation. There's been a lot of hurt involved, a lot of upset involved, that type of thing. So in the present, you guys, between April and September 2017, it's a case of, you know, the situation will be around relationships that end up dead, or failed relationships, or breakups, or falling out, or breaking up of a deal, or a negotiation, or a contract. Some of you guys, it might be that you, especially if it's love, you want to discuss this with the Page of Cups. You want to communicate, open up, express. Okay, some of you guys will be trying to learn how to be a little bit more mature, but I feel that this is about communication more than anything else. So I feel that out of this situation here, you guys have had enough mentally and emotionally. But in the present, we can see that the situation, as a result of having enough in the mental and emotional, the situation will be based on a relationship that's going nowhere, whether it's love or any otherwise. However, as a result of this, there will be the need to either communicate, or you'll want communication. Perhaps for some of you guys, because you've had an awakening that you want a second chance in the relationship, you want to give it another go. Work-wise, friendship-wise, family-wise, whatever-wise you want to go. So in the hopes, the energies are around this Five of Cups. So the situation will be, well, I miss this person, I miss my work. I don't know how I'm going to go on. I can't go on. I can't. I miss my place. I miss working there. I miss everything about this person. That's what the energies around the Five of Cups are. And therefore, in the present, your hopes are, well, I hope we can rekindle this. I hope we can come back together again, because I really miss this person here, and I just want us to be happy again. I really miss my job and my friends. And why is that? Because I earn loads of money and I really enjoy my lifestyle and I miss it so much. And if it's love, it's like, this person's so good to me and he or she's bought me lots of things and I'm so happy, and, you know, I just feel really good about myself when I'm around this person, and it's just great. But then your expectations say, well, if this person gives me another chance, the situation, you know, I won't fuck up again. We'll take it nice and slow. I'm going to be a lot more responsible with the Knight of Pentacles, and I'm going to, you know, I'm going to do everything right this time, because what I'm expecting is that this is really going to grow into something quite amazing with the Ace of Pentacles. I can see us being together long term. I can see myself, you know, really rising up the ranks in this company. I can see myself really kind of, you know, getting married to this partner, and it's going to be just amazing, and we can really build a life together, because I'm just so happy. This person just makes me feel filled with so much joy with the Nine of Cups. But then in the hidden factors, what comes in is, oh, I've got a message, Nine of Rods, and it's from a King of Cups. And the King of Cups says, if it's a lover, you know what, we ain't doing this. I'm not interested no more, okay? I've had enough, okay? You don't trust me. You think I'm a bastard, so we're going to just leave it. If it's work, yes. It was lovely seeing you the other day, but I'm afraid after your little outburst, and after you let us down, I'm afraid we can't take you back. So therefore, in the future, okay, so it's a fresh start. Got to move on. Because they sacked me, they threw me out with the tower. They made up their mind. They decided it was no good. They've severed ties. If it's romance, it's a divorce. We're over. I can't believe it, we're done. And then in the overall outcome, it's a case of Nine of Swords. I'm so sorry. I thought I'd do the video a little bit different this time. Tell it like a story. So in the overall outcome, we have the Nine of Swords. I can't believe it. But then, in comes King of Rods. Hi, is this Ralph? This is if it's love. Do you want to come over tonight? I really need you to keep me company. And Ralph is like, yeah, man. You got the devil card here. This is probably somebody you guys know. I think this is some rebound shit with you guys, especially if it's romance. However, if it's a work-based situation, Pisces, it will be a case of... But then it's like, ring, ring, hello? Hello? Is this Clarissa? Hi, my name's Mr. Burt. Yes, I've just seen your CV online. Would you be interested in how much were you earning at your last job? I was on £30,000 or dollars a year. And he says, aha, well, how would you like a job for 50 grand a year? All the perks, own company car, apartment, clothing allowance, £10,000 a month. Fancy it? And you're like, whoa, yeah, man. So that's really the story, in a way, with these cards, what I'm seeing for the next 6 months. Sorry, Pisces. I just thought I'd do the reading of the slide, because the cards just jump out at me with the pictures, so I hope you don't mind. Really interesting reading. I don't think we need to use these Lenormand clarifiers, because the story is so good within this reading. It's really, really good, so interesting. I love it. Really love the story for Pisces. But, you're redeemed. It's fine. For some of you guys, obviously it's general. It will occur. For some of you guys, it won't. But there's a real sense of, I love the tarot. I love the cards. These cards by Anna K. Tarot are just phenomenal. The way that the pictures are, the way that the colours are, they're so vivid. Everything jumps off the page. Incredible. But, some of you guys, it will be something that you've invested in, that you thought you made a mistake on maybe, and then you come back and you try and redeem yourself and you think it's all fine and then it's not. But then something better comes along. I would be careful if it's love and not going on the rebound with someone or not sleeping with someone because you're trying to get over someone else. Okay, that's what I would be careful of with love. But other than that, it's a smashing reading. And yes, a little bit sad in some places between April and September 2017. Pisces, but you know what? Hey, that's life sometimes, we roll with the punches, but everything turns out good. I would only say that if it is a love situation, make sure you don't get any rebound partners, because I can kind of see that coming in, just judging by what's going on here and how quickly this might be here. All right, but then it could be in the overall outcome, maybe a few months later, whatever, that this person comes in and there's a great attraction. So it might not be a rebound situation. But what I'm saying is the situation around why these two are occurring is because you're upset. Okay, so it doesn't show that you've truly moved on in the overall outcome. It shows you guys still being upset, and this person seems to come in and there's a great attraction here, or there's a great temptation. So I would just say be careful of that, because the energies, the situation is around you guys still being upset over this situation, and I don't think that that would be a good thing for you. But other than that, I think it's a great reading. That is your 6 month 21 card Gypsy Tarot general spread between April, and remember, it's just a facet of your life, so don't get out your pram, guys, about it. It's a bit of fun as well. I hope you didn't mind me doing the little voices on it, because I just felt compelled to do it, because the picture was just so like, wow, my God, whoa, what the hell? It looked just so inviting to do that. I hope you don't mind it. I won't do it again if you don't want me to. Trust me, I always try and keep the clients happy and the YouTubers happy, but I just thought it would be really good just to do a few little voices on how things would be, just so things jumped off the page at you. All right, that's your reading, my darlings. I will speak to you on your April general monthly reading. Love you loads, Pisces. Take care, bubs. Bye-bye.